Okay, people, this video is about soldering. Something I just learned with the help of a couple others. One Lucky Pops, Luke, and Retro got me very interested in this. Finally was able to scrounge some things up, do some patching on the trailer wiring I was at problems with. Usually I was using the old crimp-on guys, you know, you strip your wires, stick it in there and crimp it, and it doesn't last long. So a lot of people were asking, so I figured I'd do a little video. I'm no expert, just sharing something I learned. Sure, there's better ways, better types of solder. The way I'm going to do it here is with the flux paste. Apparently there's this solder that has some kind of core with it built in, from what I hear. I do not have that, so I'm going to use the paste and just regular solder. And there's different kinds of solder, different, I don't know, they got different shit in some of them. But we're just here to do simple shit here. So anyway, originally on the boat trailer, had these half-ass crimp connectors that you stick the wire in there, and then you would fold it over, and it would splice the wire, and then you would plug a male end into here. Let's see if I have one. Yeah, like this. You plug it into there, and it's all, there's nothing sealed, it's all exposed to the elements. It's half-assed. And this is, nonetheless, it's inside the trailer frame rail. And now it's corroded and falling apart, the lights start going out, and then we go try to pull the lights out of the trailer frame, the fucking things break, and you're screwed. So I did a temporary patch right now. I had to run a new line down the trailer just to feed the parking lights on the one side. And I soldered every connection, and I covered them with the shrink wrap right here. So, for splicing two ends together, matter of fact, we're going to go with 3. So, let's pretend this is our feed coming from the trailer plug. You're going to strip some insulation off the end, about an inch. You're going to do the same thing with the light you're wiring into, the hot power wire. Then you could tie those together like this. Just twist them together. Like so. Then on the other side, you want to tie another one in to run to the next light. So this is like a triple thing. And they sell shrink wrap, different sizes, different diameters. There's the smaller one, the medium, and you got 1/2 inch right here. So you want to try and match the size to the wire you're putting together. Try not to waste any. You want to cut it enough to cover your solder point and then go past it and seal it. So usually if you have an inch wide where you twist them together, you want about a 2-inch piece for 1/2 inch on each end. Now, of course, I'm doing a mock-up here. Now, if these wires are on the trailer right now, I screwed up because you gotta get your shrink wrap tubing on the line before you tie them together. So, take it back apart. Remember to slip that on. We'll have to twist it back together. Alright. Now you take your flux. It's a little messy. You just dab some of that juice on there. Doesn't take a lot. It's almost like a, oops. It's like a paste. It's like a molasses. Yeah. Yeah, I figured you gotta do that. Son of a bitch. Alright, take your gun. This is the one I got. Weller. 2-stage. Gonna heat your tip up. Have your solder out of the reel a little like that. Heat up that joint. Just touch the wires. It'll start sizzling and cooking. And that flux starts cleaning that copper off. That's what it does. And you melt your copper onto your tip. Hoping you can see that. You let it flow on that tip and then drain down onto the connection. And it'll start flowing into all the little nooks. You can see some of the dirt coming out of the wire. It's pretty fun actually once you get used to it. It's fun. A little extra work, but man, it makes a nice solid connection. Yep. See how it's soldered together. Shitty camera. And you take your shrink wrap, put it over it. Just use a lighter. And you want to heat it evenly, not too much on one side or the other. You want it to shrink all around. That's it. And you ain't pulling that apart either. Good enough. And try this again. Take these guys that you usually buy at Crimp with the little insulation piece on it. Just yank that shit off of there. Bye bye. Then you can solder that sucker to the wire too. Put a little flux. Yeah, man. Yep, that's I fill that thing right up. That's nice. And that's it, guys. So, just get your little parts, solder and shit, and just practice. And it's a great way to. I'll never go back to crimping wires again unless it's an emergency. But I got the time, and this is the way to go. Thank you to those who showed me how to do it and gave me advice, and that's it.